Did you do anything to celebrate today, man?
No, sir.
No? Listen, man. It's better to be honest. In our profession,
I took a lot of Benadryl.
Listen, in our profession, you know it's best to be honest, right?
No, I know.
Okay.
No, I know. I took the Benadryls.
There is a open container of alcohol in your vehicle. Have you been drinking at all today?
No, that's maybe 3 days old.
Okay. I smell the alcohol coming from your breath.
Well, there's an Apopka police officer. His name is Oscar Mayorga, and he was arrested for drunk driving while on duty, I think, maybe, because his story kind of didn't add up. In full uniform, driving a patrol car, swerving, running stop signs. He was actually reported by a citizen. But let's look at how his drunk ass found himself back in the backseat of another department's police vehicle. Let's watch how this whole thing started, this interaction.
So can you just put your hands on the roof for me? I'm gonna remove your gun, okay? You got any other weapons?
No, but I'm prone to seizures.
You're prone to seizures? Okay, I'll turn my lights off real quick for you, all right? Here, let's just lean against my car real quick, all right? All right, right here. It may get a little hot, it's on the car. Are you sure? It's all good, I'll make sure you don't fall. It's all good, I'll make sure you don't fall. All right.
There's that beer can that they did discover in the middle console of this police car. The one that was apparently 3 days old. Now, I wasn't drinking today, officer. I was drinking 3 days ago. It's a bad defense. Some more details from this, because he's 25 years old. And again, he's from the Apopka Police Department. And he was pulled over for driving erratically in his official vehicle by a member of the Eustis Police Department, who were the other guys that were there. So a local resident is the one who called 911 after spotting the police car running stop signs and careening across the road. Here's an image of Oscar Mayorga and his mugshot with the Eustis Police Department after he was arrested. And he initially claimed to not have been drinking, as you guys heard there a little bit. And he said he took pain medication for seizures. But also he said Benadryl for his, I guess, allergies. He told the officers that he drank eventually he did say this. He said he drank 3 tall cans of Modelo beer, and that's according to the affidavit. And then he rejected performing standard field sobriety tests and was taken to the Eustis Police Department to conduct certified breath tests, is what the affidavit also said. Now, if you think about any time anybody's been pulled over and you remember the amount that's supposed to be in your system to be legally driving, his blood alcohol level registered at 0.391, which is nearly 5 times the legal limit. I think he had more than 3 tall cans of Modelo. I mean, maybe he did. Finally, let's look at how they finally slapped the cuffs on him, because he went through not wanting to do sobriety tests, went to a paramedic come in to check him out. And after they checked him out, the other officer said, okay, this is over. Let's watch.
Hey, can you stand out for me, mommy?
Yeah.
All right, just come up towards me. Turn around. Turn around. I'm gonna pat you down for.
You already explained everything to him?
Sir, I already know what 1015 means. I am really just begging you. I don't want to go to jail.
Listen.
Well, hey, we're gonna detain you and we're gonna figure it out, okay? Go ahead and don't get a resistance.
No, of course not. No, of course not. You can call my sergeant.
He's on his way.
He's on his way.
Okay.
We got you, man.
He's 25 years old, Jessica. He's been with the department since he was 19. Wonder how many other times this has happened, but he just wasn't busted.
Yeah, I can see the signs. It says HOV parentheses 2.
When Brandy Batone was driving down Central Expressway, she came across a sheriff's checkpoint targeting drivers breaking the rules.
He starts peeking around. He's like, is it just you? And I said, no, there's 2 of us. And he's like, well, where's the other person? And I went, right here.
Batone is 34 weeks pregnant, but the officer told her that doesn't count.
And I said, well, not trying to throw a political mix here, but with everything going on, this counts as a baby. And he kind of just waved me off.
Batone got a $275 ticket.
That's right. A quick-thinking pregnant woman in Texas is now bringing a very interesting legal issue before the courts. If her baby inside her is that fetus is considered a person, can we collect child support for unborn children? Can we drive in the HOV lane? Can we call them a dependent on our taxes? Because this would seem to follow in line with someone actually being a person, even though they are just a fetus. And so there was a legal expert that weighed in.
We checked. The state's penal code recognizes a fetus as a person. It appears there is no language in the state transportation code that recognizes a fetus as a person. So what do you think will happen here?
So this is a really interesting legal question. And Brandy, kudos to you for your quick and creative thinking when you got caught there in the HOV lane. But here's the issue. In the Texas Transportation Code, it's very clear. To qualify to be in an HOV lane, you either have to be a motorcyclist or a vehicle occupied by 2 or more people. Now, as far as my research as well, Pamela, I did not see anything else that said the second person had to be in a passenger seat or the second person couldn't be in your womb. It's just 2 people. Now you combine that with the Texas Penal Code, which says very clearly a fetus is a person. Well, then to me, that means there were 2 people in your car when you were in the HOV lane.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what will happen in terms of having the legal system set up so that you're recognizing a fetus as a person. And it's also, if it's going to not end up being a hypocritical situation, it's also going to fall into that line of getting child support. Also, being able to access extra benefits because you're considering this fetus a dependent. How can you have both by calling this a person but then not treating it as a person? I don't think you can. So I don't know that Texas planned for this. But I think that if the courts are going to balance this and actually make it work, that there's going to either be hypocrisy or you're going to see Texas roll back some of its nonsensical, patriarchal nonsense. Jessica.
I think this is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think we should be coming up with more ways to raise hell in states where fetuses are treated like people legally. I think all of us should be driving in the HOV lane if we're pregnant. I think even we should push the kids eat for free policies at restaurants. We could say, I'm not very hungry, but my child who is a person is hungry. I think we should use this as a means of peaceful protest. Maternity leave begins at conception. Child tax credits should be given to people who are pregnant. I think all of these things are a good way to push back, like you said, on these absurd laws.